Okay, let's see. Huh? Alright, am I good? Alright, am I good? Alright, I'm good on Twitch. Alright, am I good? Alright. Alright. I'm good everywhere. Okay. It's game time! Hello, everybody. I am Desiderio Ultra, the most out of this world soccer fan you've ever seen, and welcome to V Football News, where we talk about everything soccer news related. I've got some interesting stories today. Uh, yeah, what was it? Tottenham is trying to accomplish the impossible. They are trying to get relegated as one of the richest teams in the Prem. Yes, on some sadder news, Iran might have to drop out of the World Cup for reasons that I'm sure I don't have to explain. But, we'll end up explaining later. And, what was it? Arsene Wenger is leading the charge to have to make a change to the offside rules that is actually that will be tested in Canada. So yeah, what was it? We'll talk about all that today on V Football News. All right. Okay, let's there we go. All right, first story of the night comes to us from The Guardian. Yes, relegation is now a very real possibility for Tottenham. Oh god, yeah, what was it? Yeah. Tottenham's not having a good time. Igor Tudor's first two games in charge have been kind of failures. And they're edging closer and closer to the relegation zone. Ooh. Do you think Tudor can turn things around for Tottenham? Yeah, let me know what you think. Alright, this story was written by Jonathan Wilson. Let's see. Spurs' slide from title hopefuls to relegation candidates is a story of complete mismanagement and widespread injury. Yeah, what was it? Oh god. I remember when Tottenham had their big injury crisis last season, and what was it? Everybody just attributed it to Ange's what was it? Very physical, very demanding tactics. High pressing. What was it? All that stuff. But the injury crisis this year hasn't been much better. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe there's something else to this. Hmm. Hey there, Ryan. Oh, God bless you, Des. I want to send all me and my family's love to you and your country and the situation you're in right now. Not the happy mood I'm usually in, so I just hope you're safe. My bro too. Yeah, there is there is some serious stuff right now, and unfortunately, one of the stories that I will be talking about today does kind of relate to it. What was it? I was debating whether I should really get into the topic, but it's soccer. It is soccer news, so it is World Cup related. So yeah, uh, yeah. What was it? Thanks, man. Yeah, that is kind of scary because what was it? The worst thing is it's ESPN. Yeah. Oh crap! If it wasn't bad enough, yeah. Yeah, that is. Yeah, well, is it when stuff like this happens, it is kind of scary. I told you I live in New York. I don't live in New York City. Obviously, so if things get serious, I won't be immediately affected. I do live kind of close to it though, so it's something that's in the back of my mind and my family's mind whenever international shit like this goes down. But I don't know. I really don't think it'll reach that point. I really don't think it will. Neither does my brother. He lived near there though. Oh damn. All right, yeah. Well, I hope he's doing. I hope he's doing all right. I really need to send him a text, BRB. Yeah, no, yeah, I don't mind, man. Yeah, you gotta keep in touch with your family, especially with, serious situations going on. Yeah, it makes total sense. uh, all right, well, yeah, what was it? With all that out of the way, for back to our first topic. Let's see. Ah, Last week, after Tottenham had lost 4-1 at home to Arsenal, Igor Tudor was bullish. It was possible, leaving his post match press conference, to think he was a man with the energy and the personality to drag Spurs away from the relegation zone. Was it? I mean, I didn't watch that press conference. Yeah, I don't really watch too many press conferences, but it sounds like, what was it? He was really. What was it? It sounds like he was really, well, God, what's the word I'm talking? What's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. I guess bullish. uh, this week, after Tottenham had lost 2-1 at Fulham, Tudor was deflated. Yeah, no, what was it? That makes sense. It's like you can kind of forgive a loss to, Arsenal, who are top of the Premier League right now. A 2-1 loss to Fulham, and it's like, all right, before anyone says anything, yeah, I know Fulham aren't a bad team necessarily, but Tottenham is a rich six team. They really should be beating teams like Fulham. So yeah, I can kind of understand being a bit deflated. It's like, what what the hell did I just do? I just uh, hmm. The previous week, he had spoken of defeat in the North London Derby as being part of the process. Oh god, are Tottenham fans on their trust the process arc now? All right. Feels like they've been, because it feels like they've been trusting the process for a while. Oh well, no, actually, they they kind of haven't been trusting the process for a while. Okay, I don't know what I was saying with that. They've been very vocal about not trusting the process. Uh, A game that would startle his players into understanding what was required of them. This week, he just mumbled about having to forget the game and move on. A week a week in the Tottenham job seemed to have broken him. I can imagine. I can imagine. What was it? A one season in the Tottenham job freaking broke. What was it? Antonio Conte. You know. What was it? Jose Mourinho. Even though he breaks pretty often in the third season. So yeah, I can understand Igor Tudor only taking a week. He's just not on their level. Oh, right on back. He was all right, thank God. Anyway, Spurs don't go down because West Ham are just no good. Oh crap. That could also happen. Yeah, what was it? Yeah, one thing you do have obviously it's easy to look at how poorly Tottenham are playing right now and say they could go down, but like a lot of the other relegation candidates are also playing pretty poorly. So it's like they don't have to be great. They just have to be good in order to escape relegation. And they might not even pull that off. Oh, Tottenham. Oh, Tottenham. Hmm. Tudor is a specialist firefighter. He has saved teams from worse positions than being 4 points clear of the relegation zone, with 10 games to go, which is where Spurs stand now. But that is what makes his defeatist tone so shocking. He spoke of big problems. Ooh. Dismissing a question about his 4-4-2 formation with the snort of a man asked about the shade of the carpet in his hallway as his roof burns down. Oh, crap, what was it? I like this guy. I like this Jonathan Wilson guy. I like the analogies. Hmm. He talked of an attack that lacks quality, of a midfield that cannot run, and a defense that is not prepared to suffer. I mean, to be fair, I feel like this entire Tottenham team has just suffered so much. Oh, is it? You're saying they're not prepared to suffer. It's like all they've done is suffer, like this season. What are you on about? Oh, good. Oh, uh, suff- not prepared to suffer to keep goals out. He made fairly explicit that he made fairly explicit that he thinks his players lack the requisite character and pointed out how Fulham were better at reading the game, accusing his players of lacking brain. Oh crap, you know what? Man. Man, he is really going all in. He is really going all in on the team right now. God damn. Perhaps this too is part of his process. Perhaps he hopes to provoke the players into a response. Huh. I mean, I guess that makes sense. You know, what was it playing? Match report done din din. Good for you, man. Perhaps he already thinks he has nothing to lose, but this resembled nothing as much as Antonio Conte's infamous attack on the squad and directors after his Tottenham side's draw against Southampton in March of 2023. Yeah, what was it? The difference is Antonio Conte had been the Spurs manager for a little while at that point, for a little while before he just started doing shit like that. Igor Tudor's only been here for like a week. Oh crap, what was it? So either the Tottenham job has gotten worse, has just started breaking managers even faster, or what was it? Igor Tudor is just a bit soft. On Saturday, my team traveled away to this team who are not good. We got a penalty at 0-0 after an end-to-end game with 5 minutes to go. My teammate decided to tap it straight at the goalie. Oh, God. He went for a Panenka, and they go on the counterattack and score to make it 1-0. And that's how it ended. An upset loss 1-0. Oh, my God. Oh, God. No one's having luck with Panenkas nowadays, are they? Oh, man. Sorry about that, man. Man. Yeah, it always sucks. Oh, not a Panenka, just a low kick at the goalie's feet. Okay, okay. Oh, okay, decided to tap it straight at the goalie. Oh, okay, alright. Alright, yeah, that makes sense, alright. Tottenham's story is this. 20 years, there is the owner, and they never won something. But why? Oh, crap, yeah, what was it? These words are permanently etched into the minds of, like, every soccer fan. This was such a legendary crash out. Conte raged. The club has the responsibility for the transfer market. Every coach that stayed here has the responsibility. And the players. The players? Where are the players? In my experience, I can tell you that if you want to be competitive, if you want to fight, you have to improve this aspect. And this aspect, I can tell you, in this moment, is really, really low. And I see only 11 players that play for themselves. Oh god, yeah, what was it? This was a great moment. The difference here, like I said, what was it? Conte said this after he'd been the Tottenham manager for a good while. What was it? Tudor is accusing his players of not having any brains like a week into his job, man. There's levels to this coaching shit. There's levels to this shit, okay? Hmm. It was like he deliberately missed. The teammates have a plan to take him out at training tomorrow. Not me. Oh, God. Conte is a great manager. Spurs are just an awful team. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's like yeah, what was it? Like I said, Conte had been there for a little while and they were so awful it just drove him crazy. But like Tudor had a similar Yeah, what was it? Tudor had a similar outburst, or not exactly an outburst, I guess. Just what was it? Like kind of lambasted his players in a press conference like a week, like the other day after only 2 games in charge. Oh god, yeah. What was it? Either Igor Tudor somehow has worse anger issues than Antonio Conte, which I'm not sure is possible, or what was it? Or the Tottenham job has just gotten even more stressful. Nottingham Forest equals Watford 2019. Oh crap! Are you talking about like current Nottingham Forest? Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Yeah, what was it? They're only God, where is not? They're only like 2 or 3 points behind Tottenham, right? Hold on. Premier League table. Oh crap! Yeah, what was it? Tottenham are 16th. They're only 2 points ahead of Nottingham Forest, who are in 17th, who themselves are only 2 points ahead of West Ham, who are in 18th. Oh my god. This really is amazing. Tottenham wants to be competing with frickin' Man City and Arsenal. They're competing with frickin' Nottingham Forest and West Ham. I don't even know how you royally screw up like this. I don't even know how you fail this hard while having essentially everything going in your favor. Tons of money, an amazing stadium that makes you tons of money. Oh, God. Having some of the best managers in the world like coach for you, Mourinho, Conte. I just don't know how someone like this fails. Oh crap. Yeah. I don't know, that's just what I think. A 442 vid dropped and it just speaks fact. Oh yeah, what was it? I think I saw that. I didn't watch it though. Yeah, what was it? I'll probably watch that when we do the React stream on Friday. ATP, we're not getting an American World Cup. Yeah, with everything going on right now, it's I don't know, man. Yeah, it's like, what was it? America is just getting in everyone's business. Mexico is on fire. Canada is Canada. It's like, I don't know, man. I don't know. This is shaping up to be one of the craziest World Cups there has ever been. Oh, good. Where was I? Oh, yeah. Conte left the club by mutual consent 8 days later. My parents told me we might not go if this keeps going on. Ah, man. Yeah, what was it? Yeah, that's probably disappointing, but yeah, if things continue like this and there keeps being, all this international, violence and all this stuff, yeah, it might be best not to go. Obviously if things keep up. I'm upset about it, but I understand. Yeah. It's like, it sucks, but, what can you do? It's probably for the best. Cuba is next. Oh, yeah, what was it? That was crazy. I remember Cuba became a talking point, like, right before this whole Iran thing started, because Cuba apparently, like, killed, like, 4 Americans on a boat, and yeah, then Venezuela. We already took out the Venezuelan leader. We already got him. Then Canada, then the world. Yeah, that's probably the plan. That's all that all Trump has to do is take out Cuba, Venezuela, and Canada, and then he rules the world. That's it. That's all he's got to do. Oh my god. It's crazy. Yes, World War III started, I think. I think it might have. Wikipedia just updated their World War III story. Wikipedia has a World War III article? Alright. It's game over for us. Yeah, it really might be. Oh, hold on. Hold on a second. Eh. We all know this leads to USA versus Russia, by the way. I I mean it might. Yeah, well, is it? I don't know. That would be the big matchup. That would be what they call it, the war to end all wars. Yeah. I don't know, man. Shit's crazy. Already there are rumblings about what the Oh shit. Hold on a second. Someone's calling me. Let me just answer this. All right, I'm back. Yeah, sorry about that. Someone's yeah. It was nothing. Whatever. Already there are Already there are rumblings about Tudor's future. Oh my god. Imagine if Oh my god. If he leaves or gets sacked 8 days after this, that'll be the funniest shit ever. Since beating Everton in October, well, Tudor's future is like Ange. He'll win them a trophy and then get sacked immediately after. Oh crap. He'll get them relegated, win them a trophy somehow, and then get sacked immediately after. That would be the funniest possible end to this whole saga. It really would be. Hmm. Since beating Everton in October, Tottenham have won just 2 of their last 19 league games. That's half a season in which they have taken 12 points. They haven't won in 10. Wow. They've lost their last 4. That is relegation form. It really is. It really is. They're only 5 points worse off than they were after 28 games last season. Wow. But back then, there was an obvious bottom 3 who were already cast adrift. Yeah, what was it? God. Who were the relegated teams? Who were all the relegated teams last season again? Hold on. Southampton, Ipswich, and Leicester. Yeah. Oh crap, yeah. Tottenham, honestly, Tottenham probably would have gone down if those 3 weren't just completely awful. Like, those 3 were some of the worst relegated sides ever. Hmm. Yeah. And what was it? Weren't all 3 of those teams like Yeah, what was it? Wasn't there a bunch of like talk because all three of those teams had just been promoted like that season? Everybody was talking about what was it, promotion about what was it, the promotion relegation system is broken because teams get keep getting brought up and sent back down. Yeah. It's a good thing this season the promoted teams are doing a bit better. What was it? Sunderland's doing pretty good. Yeah. I think there are definitely issues with promotion and relegation in England, but I don't think it's necessarily totally broken the way some people describe it. This time, that part of the table is more volatile, and what seemed implausible even 2 or 3 weeks ago now feels horribly real. Tottenham may actually go down. Uh, yeah, they really might. This should be unthinkable. They are, after all, the defending Europa League champions, and they finished fourth in the Champions League phase. Oh crap, yeah. I forgot they actually finished pretty high in that. Man. Which probably says more about the relative strength of the Premier League and the rest of Europe than it does about Spurs. Yeah, what was it? I think I was. Who was it again? Was it HITC7? Yeah, I think he made a recent video about Spurs. And one of the points he made about how well Spurs are doing in Europe is just that, like, what was it? Yeah, what was it? That English teams might have gone so far beyond the rest of Europe that they that even their worst teams are still better than most others in Europe. It's the end of Birmingham City's playoff hopes. um, Birmingham City, aren't they in the? They're in the championship, right? Oh yeah, they are. Oh shit. Oh, they're in 12th. Oh yeah. uh, yeah. Yeah. What was it? Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if they can get back into that playoff spot from there. At least not at this point. Damn. Hmm. They were one of the five clubs who led the breakaway to form five clubs. It was six. Oh, wait, no. Okay, never mind. They're to form the Premier League in 1992. Okay, they're talking about the Premier League. I thought they were talking about the what was it, the Super League. Trap. Sometimes sometimes I forget the Premier League was only actually formed in the 90s. uh, that was like that was only actually like 10 or 11 years before I was born. Crazy. I'm going to give Donald a ring. I wonder if he can lend me some materials for England. Trap. Yeah, what was it? Suck up to Donald Trump enough, you probably can get something out of him. and yeah, just look at Infantino. Oh god. That guy is such a freaking suck up. uh, uh. 10 years ago, oh wait, where was it? They were one of the five clubs who. Todd Bowley might have connections with Trump, not gonna lie. He might. What was it? Crap. You know what? I heard stories. I'm not sure if they're true. I heard some people claim that Todd Bowley was in the Epstein files, but yeah, what was it? I haven't actually seen anyone confirm that. Or no, he was in the emails that got leaked. Although, yeah, what was it? I've heard people say that. I'm not sure if that's actually true. So yeah, who knows? He might have connections to Trump. Oh god. Oh man, I love the 442s bit. I do love the 442s bit though, where whenever Chelsea is in trouble, Todd Bowley like calls up Donald Trump and asks him for help. I do think that's a pretty funny bit. Crap. They were one of the 5 clubs who led the breakaway to form the Premier League in 1992. Oh crap! Yeah, what was it? Sometimes I forget the Premier League was only actually formed in like the 90s. I don't know. I mean, what was it? I was born like 10 years after this, so yeah. I mean, the Premier League has just kind of been around my whole life. I'm honestly surprised. Yeah, what was it? It honestly feels weird to think that like something you've known your whole life didn't actually exist for that long. I don't know. I think it's weird at least. Honestly, there's a shocking twist. I think Donald Trump is not in the files. I mean, maybe. I mean, yeah. Listen, I don't know. I feel like people have talked a lot about like files and like emails and stuff. I feel like anything that's legitimately incriminating probably doesn't exist anymore. Anything with Trump's name on it that I think is legitimately incriminating because people talked a lot not too long ago. They released like a bunch of Epstein's emails and a lot of people talked a lot about them, made a lot of assumptions. The fact of the matter is nothing in those emails was really incriminating. Like it can't be used as evidence in court. Obviously, some of it was, not a good look. Like, if you read between the lines, there's some shits. There's some things there, but none of it could actually get anyone arrested or tried in court. So it's like, yeah, people talk about why there haven't been any arrests. It's because there just isn't a smoking gun. If there ever was one, it's probably long gone. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. That's just what I think about the whole thing. And one of the 6 English clubs involved in the doomed Super League project. Yeah, what was it? It's hard to believe that project only officially died like a week or two ago. God, what was it? Real Madrid and Barca really were dedicated to that shit. I mean, it makes sense. Both they could really use the money. Corner goals after corner goals. Also, Real Madrid are still. Yeah, no, Real Madrid suck. What was it? They freaking lost to Getafe today. Like, goddamn, a 1-0 loss to Getafe. They said it during the broadcast. What was it? Getafe have not won a game at the Bernabeu in 18 years. Not until today. Goddamn, what was it? Man, this Real Madrid team really is something special. Crap. 10 years ago, on Saturday, they beat Swansea to move to within 2 points of the league leaders Leicester. They have, by common consent, the best stadium in the country. How has it possibly come to this? How indeed. Oh, crap. I mean, a good stadium doesn't really matter if the players that are playing in it, what was it, aren't up to stuff. uh, Injuries clearly are a part of it. Spurs are now without Jed Spence, Destiny Udoji. Let's put in some good news. The bad team I talked about is under investigation by the league. And the FA? Alright, well, what was it? That is good to hear. God, what was it? You can't have a team, especially not... Es- yeah, what was it? You can't have a team, especially not a team of freaking, like, kids or teenagers just intentionally going around beating the crap out of people. Yeah, so it is probably for the best that they're being investigated. SFA. SFAI. No files are on it though because it's private. Okay, alright, I guess that makes sense. Oh crap, what was it? Spurs are now without Jed Spence, Destiny Udoji, Ben Davies, Rodrigo Bentancur, Lucas Bergval, Mohamed Kudus, Dejan Kulusevski, James Madison, and Wilson Odebert. Oh my god, that's like almost a starting 11 in itself. All I heard is that players who are doing it will be permanently suspended from playing, which we don't mind. Yeah, what was it? That sounds fair. Given what you. Yeah, what was it? Given what you've been talking about, what you've said they've done. Yeah, what was it? That sounds fair. Yeah. So, what was it? Uh, oh crap, what was it? Spurs are now without Jed Spence, Destiny Udoji, Ben Davis, Rodrigo Bentancur, Lucas Bergval, Mohamed Kudus, Dejan Kulusevski, James Madison, and Wilson Odebert because of injuries, while Christian Romero is serving a 4-match suspension for a red card received against Manchester United. Oh crap, that is a lot of players. Uh, Yeah, what was it? That they could almost make a good starting 11 out of this. Also, yes, I didn't play the last match because of my suspension for 2 games. Ah, man. That sucks, but, what was it? At least the team you were up against is facing some kind of consequences. Dominic Solanke and Radu Dragusin are fit now, but both have missed large chunks of the season. That is not normal, and yet something similar happened last season. Yeah, what was it? I think I said it earlier. What was it? Last season, everybody just kind of attributed, Tottenham's injury problems to Ange's, tactical style. His very intense, his very intense, very physically demanding style. But now they're having similar issues. This is like almost a dozen players out, almost a full starting 11 are out. So it's like, I'm not sure. I mean, the issue might have been something else, I don't know. Maybe there's something wrong with like the physios and the medical staff. Who knows? But what was it? This really shouldn't be happening. Oh god. The squad's construction is another part of it. The title challenging group of players of a decade ago grew stale but was not refreshed, in part because of the cost of the new stadium, but also because of Tottenham's insecurity about being perceived as a selling club. There was perhaps also an anxiety that they would not spend well, one that has been justified in the years since, a situation exacerbated by a reluctance to spend. No Premier League side had a lower wage to turnover ratio than Spurs last season. Oh yeah, what was it? I remember Ange did that what was it, interview where he talked about this, how like what was it, how the players he wanted, they weren't able to afford them. Yeah. uh Christian Pulisic 442's quote. Hmm. That. Hmm. Oh crap, hold on. What quote again? Did I say something and not realize it, or If we lose to Iran, okay, yeah, from the 2022 World Cup song. I remember that. Yeah, I remember that. Oh god. Hmm, that paid off well. Yeah. Oh god. When 442s next time 442s does one of his predicting the future videos, he needs to include that line. Cuz oh god. Eh. All right. I guess predicting the US would have conflict with Iran isn't exactly the craziest prediction ever. So, you know. Crap. A lack of overarching footballing vision has led to a parade of wildly differing managers, from Jose Mourinho to Nuno Espirito Santo to Conte to Ange Postecoglou to Thomas Frank. The squad that remains is a hodgepodge of promising but largely unproven young talent and stagnating Premier League proven players. Ooh, nice alliteration there. And as Spurs have stood still, others have caught up. The warnings of last season were not heeded, and now that at least two of the promoted sides have proved capable of a fight, Spurs' league situation is worse. Yeah. Oh man. If the like I said before, if the three relegated teams from last season weren't as awful as they were, Spurs might actually have been relegated. Crazy. The financial consequences of relegation would be desperate, but there's also the embarrassment. Yeah, what was it? I talked about it. What was it? I talked about, the potential financial issues that will come up if they get relegated. But yeah, it's like Spurs are already known for being, Spursy, for being bottlers, for people who can't, for not being able to win anything. If they also manage to get relegated while being one of the richest teams in, not just their own league, but the entire world, yeah, that's going to be a reputational hit that is going to take a while to recover from. Hmm. Des, you need to do another article. The IFAB has made new rules for the World Cup to tackle long throw ins and set pieces. Oh, hold on. Hmm. Okay. Oh, I think I have heard something about that. Hold on. Let's see. Hmm. Okay, I think I found. Oh, okay, yeah. I think I found what you're talking about. Uh, yeah, alright, this seems worth talking about, yeah. But we'll talk about it later. Yeah, what was it? Might as well. Alright, let's see. Yeah, what was it? I do have a different article that's also about rule changes, but it's about a different rule, and it's not World Cup related. So yeah, we'll get into both of those later. Alright, let's see. Where was I? Yeah. Were Spurs to go down, it would be worse than their relegation in 1977. Probably the most shocking relegation since Manchester United in 1974. Modern football was not designed for this. Yeah, what was it? I feel like this line is more right. Is more right than I think it was trying to be, because yeah, modern football does feel like it's set up in a way where, what was it? The biggest clubs are kind of safe. Not because they're necessarily protected by, any outside force, except in the case of Man City. What was it? But just because they're essentially too big to fail is what I'm talking about. It feels like modern football is kind of designed around this, or designed for this to happen. But now one of these too big to fail clubs is failing. And no one's really sure, no one's really 100% sure what the final results will be. So yeah, that'll be interesting to watch. That'll be interesting. Ah. So yeah, going from bad news to even worse news. I wasn't So yeah, what was it? I wasn't sure if I should talk about this, but it is World Cup related, so I figured might as well. So this article, as you are aware, comes to us from ESPN. Iran's situation at the 2026 World Cup. Will they play? What happens if they don't? Yes, as we talked about before, there is currently some conflict happening in Iran. What was it? Both the U.S. and Israel fired missiles at Iran at what was it? Yeah, what was it? Have hit Iran with what was it? Missile strikes intended to take out key political and governmental figures. What was it? The main target that they were after was the Ayatollah was the main leader of Iran, Ayatollah Khomeini, who is dead, and along with, I'm pretty sure, his entire family and a bunch of other political leaders. So yeah, what was it? So yeah, as you can imagine, a country that is currently both being attacked and attacking pretty much all of their neighbors might have a hard time playing in the World Cup. Yeah, what was it? Iran is not only being attacked, but they have launched attacks against I think 10 or so other Middle Eastern countries. So yeah, it's just a crazy situation. Let's get into it. Iran are scheduled to play at the 2026 World Cup in the United States, Canada, and Mexico in just over 100 days' time. With all three of their group games to be held in the US, yeah, that would definitely be fun. However, after President Donald Trump announced joint major combat operations, oh god, you rename the Secretary of Defense to the Secretary of War, but you're calling it major combat operations. That's amazing. Between the US and Israel against Iran on Saturday, there has been uncertainty over the country's participation. Yeah, being at war would make it difficult for a country to partake in the World Cup. Israel are to play Ireland soon. People are calling the FAI, Football Association Ireland, to boycott the games. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, what was it? Yeah, what was it? It makes sense. People will want to boycott Israel games. Obviously, obviously the U.S. also has a part in this, but yeah, Israel is kind of the main person stirring shit right now. Yeah. Oh god, what was it? Imagine if Israel had qualified for the World Cup. Wait. Oh god, can Israel still qualify for the World Cup? Oh crap. I hope not. I really hope not. That would just turn the whole thing into a complete shit show. Oh god. The conflict has already seen longtime Iranian leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. I I definitely mispronounced this guy's name, but he's dead, so it doesn't matter. Killed in airstrikes in Tehran, as well as missile and drone attacks in response from Iran targeting Israel, regional US bases, and Gulf nations. Yeah, what was it? Uh I remember I saw a video, what was it? Iran apparently bombed a hotel in Dubai. Yeah, what was it? It's called the Burj Burj Arab, or I don't know, what was it? It was some hotel on that Palm Island thing they have. I don't know, what was it? It's crazy. It leaves many yet to be answered questions regarding the World Cup. Will Iran still play at the World Cup? Iran have played at 6 previous World Cups, including the past 3 tournaments in Brazil, Russia, and Qatar, and they have already qualified for next summer's competition. They are scheduled to play in Group G, which sees them face a pair of games at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, against New Zealand and Belgium, before a final group game against Egypt at Lumen Field in Seattle. Oh shit, hold on. Wasn't there some controversy because the game between Iran and Egypt was supposed to be like a pride game? Like a gay pride game? And what was it? Both Iran and Egypt like ban homosexuality? Oh crap. I I'm pretty sure I heard that somewhere, or yeah, I'm pretty sure that was a thing that was kind of controversial. Will they play at the World Cup? It is way too early to know. Active conflict between the US and Iran is only days old, and any number of scenarios could yet play out. The president of Iran Soccer Federation has admitted that he does not know if they will compete. Yeah, what was it? This is kind of out of his hands. Yeah. Yeah, I really do. Yeah, well, I do really feel bad for, what was it, anyone involved with the Iranian team, because they are a good team. Well, they're a pretty decent team. And yeah, what was it? If they miss a World Cup because of like insane geopolitical, events that are totally out of their control, well, it really will suck. That really is an awful bad position to be in. Obviously, what was it? Obviously, being dead because of all this would probably be worse. But let's just hope it doesn't get to that point. Let's hope that doesn't happen. Could be worse. Could be traveling to Mexico's war zone city as a foreign. Oh crap! Yeah. What was it? That. Yeah, that would also be a pretty bad scenario. At least they're going to California and Seattle, where there is marginally less violence than Mexico. Oh, God. What is certain is that after this attack, we cannot be expected to look forward to the World Cup with hope. Iran soccer president Mehdi Taj told sports portal Varsej. I definitely mispronounced all that. Iran fixtures at World Cup. All games in Group G. Iran versus New Zealand on June 16th. Then there's Belgium versus Iran and Egypt versus Iran. There are multiple scenarios that could block Iran's participation. They could boycott politically. They could withdraw due to team safety concerns. Or they could be blocked from competing by the US government. Yeah, that's still a possibility. Yeah, well, yeah, well, the US does have travel bans on a couple of countries that are participating in the World Cup, but I think Trump did say he would allow people to come specifically for the games or something like that. I don't know. It's a crazy shit. It is still possible that Iran could play against the United States men's national team in Arlington, Texas, should both teams finish second in their respective group. The USMNT beat Iran 1-0 at the last World Cup in Qatar. Oh my god, yeah. And I remember, what was it? That game was super heated because of, what was it, all the shit between the US and Iran. If we play against them again, in the next World Cup after all of this shit, yeah, that's gonna be, oh my god. That might be one of the craziest World Cup games ever. Hmm. Iranian nationals are barred from entering the US under a travel ban introduced by the Trump administration last June. Oh yeah, well, this is the travel ban I just talked about a little while. Although it does allow exemptions to any athlete or member of an athletic team, including coaches, persons performing necessary support role, and immediate relatives, traveling for the World Cup, Olympics, or other major sporting events. Yeah, like I said, what was it? There is a travel ban on multiple countries taking part in the World Cup, but Trump did say there would be exceptions for sports related reasons. Gotta go for a few minutes. We'll be back. All right. What was it? Good luck. All right. See you then. It is worth mentioning that Iran are still playing international football. Iran's women's side is competing at the 2026 Women's Asian Cup in Australia. It lost 3-0 against South Korea. Oh god, what was it? What the? Sorry, didn't mean to click on that. Oof, man. Iran? God, what was it? This is the worst thing to happen to Iran since, well, since 2 days ago. Oh, good. On Monday, in its opening group stage game, the team's head coach, Marzia Jafari, did not comment at a pre match conference when asked about the conflict. Alright, I can respect that. What was it? Some people, they have opinions on. Some people, what was it? They want to make their opinions heard. They want to what was it, speak out about things. Some people, yeah, but some people would just rather keep things to themselves. At least, at certain times. It's up to them whether or not they want to, speak on certain topics. What happens if Iran do not play at the World Cup? Yeah, well, so this is yeah, well, so this is probably this is a very interesting question. Should Iran not compete at next summer's World Cup, there are a few scenarios available to FIFA in the governing body's outlined protocols, although there is a lack of specificity in its rulebook. I mean, yeah, of course FIFA's rulebook lacks specificity. Makes it easier to cheat. Oh god. The 2026 World Cup regulations released last year allow for FIFA to alter the competition. It could, for example, change Group G to a 3-team group, although that would mean less games and risk upsetting agreed TV deals. Oh yeah, what was it? Yeah, FIFA isn't going to risk their broadcasting money. That's just not something they're willing to do. Oh crap. More likely, FIFA would replace them with another team. Yeah, well, that does feel like the most likely answer. Who it will be, though, is what was it? Yeah, what was it? Is the more interesting question. However, picking an obvious replacement for Iran at the World Cup is not necessarily easy. Qualification to the World Cup for Asian teams is quite convoluted. Yeah, well, it is. It's like I've heard multiple breakdowns of it, and I'm still not totally sure how the hell it works. Although, I'm not very smart, so that might not say a lot. But it is ultimately split into 3 groups, which ended with Iran topping Group A and earning an automatic place at the World Cup. Alright, why don't they just pick the team that came in second in Group A? A subsequent group format then saw Saudi Arabia and Qatar join them, with the United Arab Emirates and Iraq sent to a playoff round. Iraq won that playoff tie over 2 legs in November, meaning they earned a place in FIFA's Interconfederation playoffs, where they will play the winner between Bolivia and Suriname later this month. If Iraq managed to qualify, then the UAE would stand to be the next available Asian side. Although FIFA could take the unlikely step of looking outside of Asia and choose a loser of the Interconfederation playoffs. Yeah, I guess. The World Cup is due to begin on June 11 when Mexico face South Africa at the Estadio Azteca in Mexico City. So yeah, what was it? I mean, it's crazy. Like I said, obviously, I do feel bad for the Iranian team, they what was it? They're a pretty good team. They've made it to the last 3 World Cups, and if they miss out on this one because of insane geopolitical events that are just totally out of their control, then oh man, I can't. Yeah, it would just be really disappointing. Yeah, what was it? Especially for the players, it's like yeah, missing out on a World Cup that you already qualified for. Yeah, I can imagine that. Yeah, that hitting some people hard. So yeah, what was it? Obviously, obviously, I talk about this. Soccer is obviously not the most important thing affecting Iran right now. There are kind of other things that are more important. And I do pray for the people of Iran. I do play, what was it? Hope they're safe and hope, for a quick end to this conflict. For what was it? It's never good. Yeah, what was it? It's never good to. Ah, crap. I'm not good at talking about this stuff. I'm really not. Yeah. What was it? It's just a crazy situation. It really is. I can only hope that it comes to an end soon with, as few deaths, as few injuries as possible. That's all we can really hope for. Ooh. Okay, moving on to some less serious news. What was it? So yeah, the offside. All right, moving on to some less serious news. Uh, what was it? So yeah, the offside rule. That magical rule in soccer that Americans just can't seem to wrap their head around is about to change. Oh god, yeah. Arsene Wenger's proposed offside rule finds an unexpected guinea pig, Canada. So yeah, if you're unaware, Arsene Wenger has been pushing for a change to the offside rule that would make it so a player's entire body has to be past another player for it to be considered offside. I think that's the change they're doing, and they're gonna implement it in Canada. It's I don't know. Well, it's crazy. Let's just get into the article. All right. So yeah, this story comes to us from The Athletic, written by Joshua Healy. Hold on. The margins between glory and failure can be painfully thin in modern football. A sport perpetually in motion, yet increasingly frozen and dissected, frame by frame by infinitesimal frame by video assistant referees. VAR. There have been treaties, yeah, treaties on the delayed celebration and offside goals. Proclamations that the game, such as it is gone. Yeah, there's a lot of reasons the game is gone. But no club is immune in football's quest to get it right, with supporters from Premier League's Manchester Giants to the CONCACAF Champions Cup caught in the correctness of the micro distances that divide a good goal from the bad. But what if it wasn't that way? In the Canadian Premier League, CPL, Canada's top flight. Oh god, I love when a country that isn't, what was it, Britain calls their league the Premier League. It's like, come on, man. It, It can't be any more creative than that. You just gotta rip off the biggest league's name. Really? This is why Canadians don't put out any good art. They're not creative. They're not. What was it? They can't think for themselves. Oh, God. There is already anticipation ahead. There is already anticipation ahead of the upcoming season, with provisional plans in place for the competition to act as a guinea pig for iconic Arsenal manager Arsene Wenger's groundbreaking new offside plan. Yep, if you're wondering what Arsene Wenger has been up to in the last couple of years, he's been pushing for a change to the offside rule. Pending discussion at the International Football Association Board's IFAB annual general meeting in Cardiff on Saturday, the letter of the offside law could soon look very different, in Canada at least. So how did the CPL, which opened for business in 2009, 2019 end up the trial ground for global football? In January, the BBC reported that the CPL was set to trial Wenger's daylight offside rule, the philosophy of which is simple. Attackers are onside as long as there is no visible gap, or daylight, between them and the last defender. Alright. Trials to date have been limited to youth football, so if the experiment is approved for the CPL's 2026 season, the league is likely to garner more attention as the first professional outfit to grapple with adapting to the new regulations. Crap. Probably the most exciting thing to happen in Canada for a while. Some critics think the change gives too much power to attackers. Others think the beautiful game will evolve, as it has always done. But both sides will be watching the CPL if the rule is approved to determine if it's something that should be scaled to leagues around the world. You know what I think this is for? They say critics say this will give attackers too much power. What was it? I think I saw something earlier that said, like, leagues nowadays, they score, have been scoring less goals than they have in, like, years before. Especially this season, teams and players aren't really scoring as many goals. So maybe this is, like, to counteract that, to make the games a bit more exciting,